Hi guys, it's Dirt here, and today you can see we've got a bit of a different setup. And you might be wondering why this is, but you can probably see on my screen pvpoke.com. Now, for those of you who don't know, pvpoke is an amazing website. This website, guys, it's basically going to cover all of your PvP needs. It tells you the top ranked Pokemon in the meta, the matchups, what beats what. It's got a team builder, which you can see sort of like here. It's amazing, honestly. And yeah, I decided that I'd record a bit of a video for some of you guys who may not be too familiar with the metas. So I'm going to try out this sort of video. So this is the meta, and I'm going to talk about what I think and what PvPoke, the website, thinks are going to be the best Pokemon to use in the upcoming Little Jungle Cup. So, before we get in, please remember to leave a like, subscribe, comment what team you're going to be using in the Jungle Cup, because I'm super excited, cannot wait. I've got some super spice planned, and yeah, I guess you'll find out, won't you? So, straight up, you can see Cottony at rank 1, and for those of you who don't know, Cottony's got Charm, and Charm is, well, how do I put this? It's a broken fast move. It's absolutely insane. The damage it deals is ridiculous. You can see this battle rating. So for those of you who don't know, the battle rating rates the battle out of 100. No, rates the battle out of 1,000. Anything above 500 is a win. Anything below 500 is a loss. So Cottony beats a lot of stuff. It beats the dark types. But you might think, well, wait, Stunfisk Galarian is a steel type. And yes, guys, Galarian Stunfisk is a steel type, and it still loses to a Charmer, despite the fact it resists the fast move. That's just the power of Cottony. It's got an amazing stat product, 458. This is almost unmatchable. There are very few Pokemon, if any, in this cup that are able to match that stat product. I bet this is the only one that can match it. Yeah, 715, but we'll get into that one a bit later. So yeah, Cottony is going to be the one to watch out for, guys. If you see a Cottony, expect it to run through your team if you don't have counters. So we're going to carry on. Galarian Stunfisk. In my opinion, Galarian Stunfisk is amazing. It's good in any cup it's eligible in. It's got a great typing. It's got a great stat product. It's got great moves. And yeah, you're going to see it beats a lot of things. It beats Skarmory, Dino, Duckler, Abomasnow, Swinub, to name a few. Guys, this thing, Mudshot, Rock Slide, Earthquake, or actually perhaps Mudshot, Rock Slide, Muddy Water. I saw Muddy Water used a couple of times, and Muddy Water seems to be one of those moves that you don't expect to see, but it's actually quite beneficial in a few niche scenarios, such as the Mirror Match, being able to hit that really cheap energy cost, super effective damage against another Galarian Stunfisk. And also sort of the couple of other ground types you might see. You don't want to have to build all the way up to Earthquake, because in this cup, everything is so glassy, everything is so, well, it's not got much defense, that it's going to take a while to get to Earthquake, and by then you could already be dead, or you could be pretty much dead, and all I have to do is shield, and you'll be gone. So that's why I think if I'm to run Galarian Stunfisk double moved in this cup, I'll probably run it with Muddy Water. Altaria, again, this is just amazing in any cup it's eligible in. It's got great typing. The Dragon type is so good, honestly, guys. The Dragon type gives it the advantage over a lot of your commons, so like Grass, Water, Fire, Electric. It's just really solid. You can see you got to watch out for the Abomasnow, Swinub, so the Ice types. Skarmory, which is interesting. Skarmory must just outpace. I bet 2 Sludge Bombs KO. Duckler and Galarian Stunfisk. Galarian Stunfisk isn't too bad. You're going to see it's fairly close to 500, so you only barely lose this. Dragon Breath, whatever like it's hitting, it will still hit for a lot of damage. So even if you're the Stunfisk, you've got to beware of the Altaria, because that thing could still put in some work. Shellmet, I don't know, does it deserve to be number 4? In my opinion, probably not. Having played the cup last time it was in rotation, Shellmet really isn't too popular. You don't see it loads. It's got a cool moveset, Infestation, Body Slam, Bug Buzz, and you can see it puts a hurt on a lot of the meta. However, you look at these guys, Cottony, Stunfisk, Altaria, and the only one it beats is Cottony, and even then, that's not too comfortable a matchup, only just winning that. So, I'm personally not too sold on Shellmet. Wigglytuff? Wigglytuff's pretty good. Again, it's a Charmer. It's just not as bulky as you can see the stat product. Only 368. It's really not as bulky as the Cottony, so it's probably a second-class Charmer, though if you're needing a fairly cheap one, because Cottony takes a lot of Stardust to power up, Wigglytuff is not bad at all. You see it probably picks up a similar amount of matchups. Apart from the Stunfisk, I feel like that's a real benefit to running Cottony, and I think that's one thing. I'm pretty sure you need a defensive breakpoint to be able to... I'm not too sure about it. Maybe we'll cover it a bit later in the video. If not, just keep your eye out. Try and get a defensive Cottony, because it can affect the Galarian Stunfisk matchup. Right, next into Scrafty, Skarmory. Pretty solid. I think Skarmory is going to be... its main purpose is just for grass types, really, and poison types as well, I guess, but Dragalge, see? Even Dragalge beats it. I don't think Skarmory's as good as it could be. It's not as good as it is in Great League, in Little Cup. It's ranked 7 here. And yes, it's going to be decent, but everything's just so glassy. And I think Skarmory is pretty, it's not very versatile. Yeah, it's inflexible, as PvPoke says. It's only got flying type moves, unless you run Steel Wing as the fast move, or Flash Cannon as a charge move. Neither of which I highly recommend. So yeah, that's going to be a bit meh. Scrafty, on the other hand, is going to be really solid, I think. Counter Power Punch is such a deadly combination. You're just going to be putting a hurt on anything like Galarian Stunfisk, Swinub, Abomasnow, Dino. All of these taking super effective from counter, and you will shred through. You just got to really watch out for the Cottony, which destroy a Scrafty. Also, the poison types are going to be sort of like, pretty rough for the Scrafty. Other than that, Scrafty could be solid. Now, Skorupi. This is going to be one that I think I'm going to test out, because it's so versatile. You see this Aqua Tail Sludge Bomb. What a great moveset. Along with Poison Sting for that really fast energy generation, Aqua Tail Sludge Bomb is going to put a hurt on a lot of the meta guys. You're going to see, even though it loses to Stunfisk, Aqua Tail still chunks of Stunfisk a lot. 2 of them get it deep into the red. And yeah, it's definitely not going to be something to sleep on. I think Skorupi is going to be very common if people have got access to them. Swinub and Swinub. Powder Snow and Icy Wind and Body Slam. Now, last time I ran... last time I was playing Little Jungle Club, Swinub was the pain... like, it was the most painful thing to deal with, because I was running a sweaty meta team, but Swinub is very anti-meta. You look at these top 3... Cottony, Stunfisk, and Altaria. None of them want to see Swinub. Even though it doesn't say so here, yeah. Stunfisk, it says Stunfisk beats Swinub, but Powder Snow and Icy Wind, you're going to be winning the 2 shield against a lot of, like, Pokemon that wouldn't necessarily expect a Swinub to be able to beat, so that's going to be something to look out for. I think these are all decent. They're pretty much clones of stuff that we've seen. Whimsicott is just another Cottony, less bulky. Nidoran female, just a Skorupi with less coverage. I think this is going to be interesting. Vigoroth with counter Body Slam and Brick Break. I think this is going to be a really nice mon to use, purely because you're going to be seeing a lot of things like Stunfisk, Wooper, Dino, Chikorita. Not all of them take super effective from Vigoroth, but what all of them have in common is that Vigoroth can put a lot of hurt on them on the safe swap. Now, I'm pretty sure Vigoroth is going to be, yeah, it's going to be an amazing safe swap in this cup, because you're going to get an energy advantage, and with an energy advantage, you can flip some of these key losses, just Scrafty and Abomasnow, which honestly aren't that bad, especially Abomasnow. You'll be looking at flipping that with an energy advantage. On to the next one, Onyx. It's going to be pretty interesting again. I don't think it's going to be too common, but you see, Rock Throw and Sand Tomb is a deadly combination, because Rock Throw's got a decent amount of fast move pressure, and Sand Tomb debuffs, even though it doesn't hit that much, it debuffs your opponent's defense. And Onyx is going to be a force to be reckoned with, because even something like, I don't know, Dino, which is pretty neutral, debuffing it with Sand Tomb is going to be really good, because once you debuff something, it's going to be taking a lot more damage than it would do prior to the debuff. A lot of interesting things. Incineroar is going to be cool. It recommends Fire Fang and Flame Charge, and I do agree with this, because I think fast move pressure, as we saw with Onyx, is going to be really good in this cup. you're looking at things like Abomasnow, Swinub, Chikorita, and Stunfisk. So just a hard answer to all those grass, steel, and ice types that you're going to be seeing about the place. Duckler, on the other hand, it's pretty, if you played Element Cup, you'd know that Duckler is really strong in Element Cup, and it's still really strong in Little Jungle Cup. The typing of water flying makes it really good against, like, the likes of your grass types, which obviously grass types beat water, but the flying gives you sort of the coverage against the grass types that you wouldn't really expect with a water type. And you can see it beats Cottony and Abomasnow. Obviously, very tight because both of these Pokemon are solid. But Ducklet's still going to be really nice, I believe. You lose quite hard, though, to your Onyx, Stunfisk, Galarian. However, there's a case to be made. Recommends here with Wing Attack. You definitely lose the G-Fisk matchup with Wing Attack. However, if you run Water Gun, which I think you could, there's a chance that Water Gun Duckler could become quite seen. Apart from the grass types, it's sort of rough for the grass types, but it's a lot better against a lot of these mons that you're seeing in the losses. Abomasnow. So you've seen a lot up here. Abomasnow is a pretty big core breaker to a lot of mons here. Not core breaker, but a pretty good counter to a lot of mons. You see, it comfortably beats all of the other grass types. It has a good matchup against the water types as well, thanks to the energy ball, and I think that's going to be really valuable. My only thing is, it's going to be quite glassy. Yeah, it's not got the highest stat product, and it's going to be quite glassy, so you've still got to watch out for, like, the Duckler, which you lose to, because if it's running Wing Attack, it's going to be chipping you a lot with fast moves. I'm not sure there's too much to be said. A lot of this is just sort of anti-meta, which feel free to test out, but I'm not sure there's anything here that's going to be, like, too amazing. Yeah, there's a few, like, Dragonite. That would be really fun, dude. Dragonite, damage. The stat product pretty low, but it's going to hit very, very hard. I think the one other thing that I was going to mention, actually, while I was looking at the normal type there, is Chansey. Now, Chansey did get a debuff recently because Pound, its fast move, was debuffed. But that does not stop Chansey from being the bulkiest Pokemon in this format, with a stat product almost doubling a lot of the ones that we've seen previously. So you can see it's got very poor moves in general. Zen Headbutt is what you're going to want to run with. And I think, yeah, Psychic and Hyper Beam, though there is a case to be made for Dazzling Gleam for the Altaria matchup. Would be pretty cool. But yeah, Chansey's going to be one to watch out for. A lot of toxic strats, which I may or may not have used, and I may or may not be using upcoming. I think it's going to be a fun one, but also very nasty if you're matched up against one. So yeah, that's pretty much my look on the meta. Obviously, everyone's got different opinions. You might see something and be like, dope, why didn't you mention that? And to that, I say, go for it. Because honestly, this is the season of Spice. Anything and everything is welcome in the season of Spice. I personally think you can use, you could use Lotad. I actually think Lotad was used last season, last time Little Jungle Cup was in rotation. And Lotad's pretty cool. You can use, I don't know, Ekans for all I care. Poison Sting, Poison Fan. What a fun moveset. Honestly, guys, do what you want, because this is your game, not my game. I'm just doing this to show you what you're going to be seeing, to what you should use if you want to win, but I want to see some spice. I want to be battling and being like, what the heck is that doing here? I didn't even know that Pokemon existed. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I really hope you enjoyed this different sort of style of video. Let me know if you have any opinions on this, any tips in the comments, as I said. I'll take everything, honestly. So yeah, it's been fun. See you in the next one. Take care, guys.